Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. If you're new here, I always like to say at the beginning, thank you for watching, liking, subscribing, and not jerking off on your phone while you're watching, because that's disgusting, and you're going to have to buy a new phone after a while. I won't tell you how I know that. Just trust me on this. But I want to thank you. And if you're listening on Anchor.fm, Google Podcasts, or other podcasting streaming services, I want to thank you as well. There will be a link in the description so you can come here and join us. And you can see the atrocity that is me during the podcast. That's right. You can look at me while I talk. Just don't do it while you're eating, because I'm not responsible for your bodily functions if you do that. But check it out and subscribe and like Laughing on the Inside. It's on the YouTubes. Give it a go. I was thinking today that there's a long-standing debate raging on about which sex is smarter. Are women smarter than men? Are men smarter than women? Actually, you know what? I think animals and bugs are probably smarter than all of us to a certain degree. If they ever became aware of how easily, and I do mean easily, they could take us all down if they all banded together, I think we would be in a real-life horror movie. Cockroaches, ants, and rats would be the grunts. They would be on the front lines. And you might be thinking, ants? Who cares about a few ants? I'm talking if they all organized, millions and millions of them. If you've ever watched an ant's colony, or even a few ants, carry their prey from place to place. I did that earlier, right outside that window. I was just watching a bunch of ants just carry this big moth that has somehow died. And I saw how they operated. I saw how they were organized. I saw that it was like watching a war film when soldiers marching into a city to kill everybody there and carry away the good stuff, carry away the loot. That's what these ants were doing. And I thought, my God, man, if there were hundreds of millions of those, yeah, you could do all the stomping you want, you could do all the smashing you want, but you wouldn't stand a chance. And pretty soon there'd be a little ant army carrying your dead corpse over to the rats so they could have their way with you. And then, of course, after they were done, the cockroaches would inhabit your body, eat what was left, and continue having sex to keep their species going. So if you ever feel down, if you ever feel sad, just think. At least the animals aren't smart enough to communicate with each other or other species enough to get that organized, because they could easily take over. So I think animals are smarter than any human being. They just don't know it yet. But evolution, hey, you never know what's going to happen in the future. But as far as men and women go, I'm going to say this. I know if you're a man, you probably think, well, men are of course smarter. And women are going to say, of course, women are smarter of the two sexes. But I think it's a different kind of smart. I don't think it's the same. But I will say this. I think academically, like just going to a class, going to a lecture, going to a thing, a presentation, a TED Talk, Dead Man Walking, Burning Man, whatever. I think women take it all in more. I think they absorb more into their brains, and I think they have better retention skills than men. That doesn't mean they're necessarily smarter. They're just smarter in a different way, because men have a disadvantage. Because we always think about one thing. Any man, when they look at anything that has a hole, even if it's just for a second, a quick in and out of the mind, even if it's just a subconscious thought, we see something with a hole, we automatically think one thing. Could I put my dick in that? Could I? Not should I. No. But could I put my dick in that? Now, some of us venture much further, and we do the calculations in our head real quick and go, let me see, fully enlarged, my dick is this big, it's got this much girth. Yeah, it would definitely fit, and I'm just going to prove it right now. And they just go ahead and they get caught in peculiar situations, going into the emergency room with a vacuum cleaner attached to their junk, you know. But we all think that. I don't know why. It's this obsession. You know, women have an innie, we have an outie, you know. The outie's got to go in the innie at some point. But we begin to look at anything as an opportunity to prove a point. And that's why I enforce separation of sexes when it comes to learning environments. Not because I believe in any kind of separation between sexes, races, species, or anything else. But simply because I think there's a different learning process that we will not be allowed to do if we're in a mixed sex classroom. Like women and girls, they could just go to their regular classes, all right? They could just go in there, do the learning. They, like I said, I think they're better at retaining the knowledge, and it wouldn't really be much different for them. But I think with men and boys, it has to be different. We would just have to find a different way to teach us different things, and it would all have to be related to our junk, to our penis. Like, I'm not good at geography. Yeah. You know, teachers used to ask me in geography class, where's Russia on a map? I would just point somewhere, and I said, that must be it. And she was like, no, you idiot, that's Tasmania. Okay, am I close? I didn't even know if I was close. I don't know where it is because I'm a moron. But in that same class, if it was just guys, the teacher could have taught us a little different, right? Could have said something like, okay, imagine in your head, your dick. Now imagine you stroking your dick, you get to the head, you know the head part, and guys would just sit there going, oh yeah, I know that. We wouldn't have to show it, we wouldn't have to take down we know. Okay, imagine getting to the head where your thumb wraps around that little bit between the shaft and the head. Yeah, you go up a little way and to the right, and on the map, that would be the Democratic Republic of Congo. And we'd be like, oh, I get it now. We'd be able to go to any map. And somebody would say, where is the Democratic Republic of Congo? And we would just be like, looking at the map going, okay, this is my dick. And to the right and up right there. We would pass 100%. Because we think different. Like I said, we think about, can our dick fit in this hole? And we're doing the math in our head. And we're doing it like in a split second. Like, okay, my dick is this big, it's this wide, and this hole looks like it's about this many centimeters, and blah, blah, blah. Really quick. But we go to a restaurant. When it comes time to pay the bill, we can't figure out a 15% tip. We're like, I don't know. The meal came to $40. I don't know. How much is 15%? And but if they did it in terms of like relating to our penis, we'd be able to figure that out. Because instead of having a place for a 15% tip, they could just put diagrams on the check, on the bill, right? They could just say like, okay, imagine a hole is this circumference and this deep, and your dick is this big. How much of that could you fit in? And we would look and go, about 6 inches. Oh, $6 on a $40 bill. That's what it is. It's $6. You just got to find the right relatable material in order to make it happen. That's why I say I'm kind of for the separation, because we could both learn, but we would just learn in ways that we can both relate to. Just found out the place I live. If this is your first time, I live in Cambodia. That is my girlfriend behind me, Sang Lai. Say hello, Sang Lai. Hello?
Hello, Sang Lai.
Yeah, hello. Say hello.
Hello, David.
Yeah, hello. You got a beer? You got a beer?
Yeah.
Oh, she's got a beer. Oh, she doesn't drink. Like 3 beers. The other day she drank 3 beers and she was out, like she was drunk, walking around, stumbling into things, and then she just passed out. Yeah, lightweights. But I do live here in Cambodia, and just found out the town I live in, Siem Reap, is in lockdown. Don't. At least the district I live in. Each town is divided up into different districts. It's a whole thing. I'm not going to explain it here. Go check out my YouTube channel, Dave Does Cambodia, for all the information about Cambodia, living here, and how everything works. The link's down below. Blah, blah, blah. Easy self-promotion. But we're in lockdown. We're not allowed to leave our apartments for 2 weeks, and if we do, we can only go 2 or 3 times a week, only for essentials to the local markets, to get food, medical emergencies, and that's about it. Anything other than that, we're gonna be holed up here. Just the way it is. And I love when I tell people about what's happening here on my other channel, Dave Does Cambodia, because that's what my channel's about, giving you information about living here, retiring here, if you want to ever move here. But whenever I talk about anything related to the pandemic, it's just a horrible subsection of comments from people who are, of course, Trump supporters, conspiracy theorists, QAnon members, the worst. I had one guy say, this pandemic is a bunch of balcony. That's what he wrote. Balcony. Nothing wrong with a balcony. I wish I had a nice balcony. I could open the sliding doors, go outside, breathe in some fresh air. But I think he meant baloney. I think it auto-corrected. So I think what he meant, or maybe he just hates balconies. I don't fucking know. But he said, this is a bunch of baloney, I assume. That's what he meant. And I don't understand that saying. I don't understand that phrase. This is a bunch of baloney. Baloney is fucking delicious, man. I don't know why you're ragging on baloney. I don't know why we use that term to describe something that's worthless and bad. A bunch of baloney. Ooh. Right now, man, I wish somebody would slip me a bunch of fucking baloney. I would eat all the fucking baloney. And buy me a loaf of bread while you're at it. And some mayonnaise, because I'm white and I love mayonnaise. Got to keep my culture going. Mayonnaise. But, yeah, you get these weird comments, and people are just doing this whole thing where they're commenting, and it's just one long word salad fucking paragraph about how it's a conspiracy, why it's a conspiracy, and how we're all being led astray, we're all sheep, we're all blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, holy shit, man, take it easy. Yeah, it really has nothing to do with the posts or my videos I put on there. I'm just giving information. This is what the government said. This is what's going on. You don't have to like it. You don't have to agree with it. But why are you giving me fucking grief about it? I didn't make the rules. I'm just passing along the information. If you disagree with anything I say on there or anything I say on this channel, start your own channel. Give your opposing viewpoints. It's really simple. Get a microphone. Plug it into your fucking camera. Set it up somewhere. My whole setup, minus my phone, cost me about $13.50. Nothing fancy here, as you can tell, because the lighting is bad. My sound is pretty bad. But still, you don't have to tell me. Find your audience. Upload a YouTube video and find your fucking audience, They'll show up eventually. There's a lot of nut jobs out there that listen to what you had to say. I think the problem is with most conspiracy theorists is that they don't have opinions of their own. They have opinions of other people who believe the same conspiracy theories. So what they like to do is comment or post things on Facebook of things that they've heard. It's always a link to a YouTube video, or it's always a link to some funky website that the link itself doesn't even look safe. It's like 26 letters long. It's got letters and numbers at the end. Not sure if you're going to get a virus from clicking on it, because they have to dig deep for that information to confirm what they already believe instead of actually looking for the truth, blah, blah, blah. We've all seen that before. But yeah, I've had people tell me even on this channel that I actually really do still believe in Jesus, and I know deep down that he's real and that he's the only way of salvation. And I like to say, and this is one of my favorite sayings, and it's not mine, but that we're all atheists. I just believe in one less God than you do. Because there are something like 3,000 gods all over the world, and everybody that worships their particular God thinks that's the only one, and all the rest are not real. They're all fucking fake, except for that one. That doesn't make any sense. And then sometimes I get comments on here, people really, really disagree with something I say, and I'm not sure what exactly it is. They don't go into detail. They just said, "That's not funny, dickhead." And by the way, I'm not going to call out names, but you know who you are. And if you said that, hey, that made me laugh. So kudos to you, because it was just so random. It was like, you didn't agree with what in that video? I talked about a few things in that video. Just like, you're not funny, dickhead. Yeah, not everything has to be funny, and funny is subjective. So some people enjoy it, some people don't. I'm not responsible for any of that. I'm just giving you my opinions, my views, and I'm working on a bunch of bits right now. And I've gotten a few more subscribers, and I really appreciate those who do subscribe. And I will tell you this, if we can hit 100 subscribers, I will put up a full 20-minute stand-up comedy routine. Not like me sitting down giving my opinions, but a honed, practiced, telling jokes kind of thing. 20 minutes stand-up routine. I've been working on it. I got my little, let me see if I can find it. Got my little notebook here. I keep all my notes. I keep all my routines in. I'm always honing them. I'm always writing, looking at things, and trying to get it into a tight 20 minutes. And I'll do that as soon as we hit 100 subscribers. So be sure to share this video. All right, that's going to do it for this one. Again, thank you for watching, subscribing, liking, commenting. Even if you're mean about it. Be sure to check out my other channel, Dave Does Cambodia. Links down below. If you want to help me out, support me during this tough, difficult time. I'm trying to cry on demand. I can't do it. Oh. When I was young, my father always said, "You keep the water in your eyes back in your eyes where they fucking belong." Yeah. But anyway, if you want to help, my PayPal address is down below. There's also a live show app, which is really cool. Listen to comedians 3 times a day. They each have 3-minute sets. It's great. It's absolutely 100% free. You can watch. You can become a performer. Go to the website. Download the app. You will not be disappointed. All right. That's going to do it for this one. And stay safe out there. And here's something that will surely not cause controversy. The coronavirus is real. Wear a mask. Don't get close to people. And take the fucking vaccine. Not controversial at all. All right. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Never sit on the sharp end of a pencil.